Hey guys, Darth9 here, and I've got a dual commentary with LeftyOX. He's a new commentator, he isn't very well known yet, so hey Lefty, what's up?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. I usually go by Lefty. LeftyOX is, I started this YouTube account actually when I was in college just to watch videos and to throw stuff, random audio files and stuff from my radio show or my internet radio show, and I just use LeftyOX for whatever reason, but now I go by Lefty. Not to step on your toes there, but Lefty is usually what I go by. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Alright, so do you naturally snipe in Call of Duty, or have you used regular guns a lot in the past and then just switched to sniping because you think it'll be more successful on YouTube, or what's the deal with that?
Well, I started playing Call of Duty hardcore, I guess you could say, when COD 4 came out. I had played Call of Duty 3 and Call of Duty 2 a little bit, but nothing really substantial. And then when Modern Warfare came out, I really got into it, and I used red guns a lot in Call of Duty 4. I remember a lot of the times with my friend, you know, we would get a couple beers and we would play with a P90 double tap or RPD double tap just for fun. And that's when I first started sniping. I saw the M40 or the M40A3, whatever it was called, and I saw a few videos on YouTube, and I thought, you know what, hey, I'll give this a shot because it looks fun. And obviously everybody else I saw was using red guns, not a lot of snipers at that time that I saw, and I just decided to get into it just for fun. And I think I've developed since Call of Duty 4. I sniped through to Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, and I think I've developed my talent since then. It's not like I just picked up the sniper rifle in the game and was, oh my god, amazing at it, but I think I've become pretty good at it. Not to sound conceited, but I think I've become pretty good.
So one of the big things I notice about you when I watch your commentaries is that you have an excellent radio voice, and I hear that you did an internet radio show. What was that like?
Yes, it was an internet radio show a friend of mine and I started back when we were in college.
So after doing that radio show with your friend and playing Call of Duty, it must have felt natural to start commentating Call of Duty gameplays after you saw some stuff like that on YouTube.
Yes, I mean, originally when I first got into YouTube, and this was at the start, you know, when Black Ops first dropped, I just wanted to make montages just for fun. You know, I had a lot of time on my hands, and the theater mode, the advent of the theater mode was great, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try to make montages, just because I think I have gameplay like I see on YouTube and stuff like that, and I want to try to make montages, and they were bad. Oh, they're just terrible. When you go back and look at the quality of those montages versus what I was measuring them up against, they're absolutely terrible. And what really got me into commentating was just looking around. When I first got into making montages, I kind of just searched around YouTube and watched different Call of Duty videos, and I stumbled upon commentaries, and I was really, really impressed with the idea of talking over gameplay, over large sections of gameplay, and that's what got me into it.
For me, it was kind of just a coincidence that I got into this YouTube thing. They're selling Dazzles at the mall for 80% off, and my friend pointed that out to me in a London Drugs flyer, so I went over there and picked one up because I thought it'd be interesting to record montages, and making montages was my whole intent when I bought the Dazzle, but one of my friends started commentating, so I decided to give commentating a shot, and my montages weren't that good anyway, so I guess commentary's kind of stuck, and I don't do montages that often. So okay, so the next topic I want to talk about is what would you like to see in the next Black Ops patch? Is there anything you have in mind for that?
Well, one thing I think we should see, at least with regards to sniping, is the continued quote unnerfing of the sniper rifles. And what I mean by that is the continued tuning of the launch day patch that we all know and have come to love or hate or whatever. I've come to hate it.
Well, when Black Ops first came out, I had a way better KD with the sniper, and it started to drop because I started to get more aggressive as they started unnerfing it. But something that I kind of thought about was it seems like maybe they're planning on having the snipers really bad at the start, so then new players or people who have never played Call of Duty before would have a chance. And it is kind of frustrating to get sniped, even though it is challenging to use a sniper rifle. And then I kind of thought maybe it was all planned out to unnerf it gradually. So as the new players who aren't so loyal to the series start playing other games, so now snipers that have been with Call of Duty all along can have their chance to have more fun, because the snipers will actually work and they can get what they paid for.
You know, that's an interesting perspective. I mean, I'm a cynical person. That's one thing that I know about myself and I've come to terms with, and I haven't, when I've been thinking about this issue, because obviously sniping from launch day in Black Ops was a problem, it was an issue, I would say it was broken. Not a lot of people, I think, would make that step, but I would say it was broken. And in thinking about how that came to be and why that happened, not just how it happened, but why, none of the theories that I've come up with or the ideas for why it is the way it is actually, I guess, paint that intelligent a picture of Treyarch and the developers there. And I don't know why, but a lot of mine tend to hinge on they don't like sniping, and they've fooled themselves into thinking that montages on YouTube were simply made and easily captured from small instances of gameplay, when in reality that's the exact opposite. From somebody that makes montages, and ask any real montage maker and they will tell you that is not how montages are. And I think Treyarch they duped themselves into thinking that that's how gameplay always is, or at least normally was in Modern Warfare 2, when it really, really was not. It was far from it, in fact.
I think a lot of the developers and people who work at studios like Treyarch and stuff are often kind of casual gamers, because they have to spend a lot of time making the games and everything, and maybe they don't have so much time to master like the sniper rifle. And for most players who aren't too familiar with sniping and they just get killed by snipers, I think it often comes off as unfair, because you die really suddenly and you may not see it coming. But when they pick up a sniper rifle, they realize it's kind of hard to use. But then I think a lot of people think that it's cheap, and somehow the sniper knows something that they don't. Maybe they're cheating or something. And like when I snipe in Black Ops, I often get people calling me a cheater, and they're usually people who are really low level and they don't really understand that I've been playing this game for years, and it kind of was a work in progress for a long time. So,
you see, I have never had the honor, I guess you could say, of being called a cheater or a hacker or an aimbotter or anything like that. I don't know what it takes, but I'm holding out hope that one day it'll happen. That I'll kill a bunch of people and they'll have no choice but to call me a hacker. So if you run into me in Xbox Live, feel free to pet my ego by going into game chat and calling me a hacker, because I'm so awesome.
Alright, so the last two topics here I think will take a lot of time to cover, and I don't really think we have time right now, so maybe we could continue this dual commentary another day, but this is the end of the game. So guys, if you'd like to go subscribe to Lefty's channel, I'm sure you'd appreciate it. He really needs the support because he's a new commentator, and I think he does a really good job at what he does.
Oh, well, thank you, man, and thanks for having me. I hope your subscribers and your regular viewers enjoyed this time away from a soul version of you, or a soul instance of you, and thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.